Asian Americans make up around 7% of the US population, and they are the fastest growing racial group. Yet, despite that, Asian Americans are generally overlooked. Many in this country have very little knowledge about the histories or experiences of Asian Americans.
Racial slurs and mocking gestures destroy a sense of self-worth.
They manifest in attacks that jeopardize our safety.
Despite stepped-up police, revamped prosecution rules, and marches in the street, the attacks on the AAPI community seem to keep coming. Among them, an incident at a Thai restaurant in Oakland this week, an Asian elder stabbed in June, and one of the more well-known attacks, Wicha Ratanapakdi.
What is this fueled by? Ignorance.
More Asian American Pacific Islander content needs to be implemented in our schools, given that Asians make up the second largest racial majority in Livingston and the third largest demographic in the entire state.
Tragic events help us remember the discrimination that we have faced and continue to face today. Influential figures help us realize our contributions and accomplishments to this country.
I am an author, as Amy said. I've been an activist for a long time. In fact, I was an activist before I became a journalist.
The first reaction is just like my own. You can't touch the Louvre. You just cannot touch it. That's it.
Sacrilege.
It's sacrilege.
I'm going to be very frank with you. I have all kinds of guts, I'm not scared of nobody in terms of fighting for the rights of Filipinos in this country.
Well, it was introduced largely pending the ratification. It seemed to me that we still needed to focus on the major inequities that existed in federal law.
Mindset is to just work really hard. It's not to protest things and not to shut things down. It's just to work really hard.
The Asian Americans are a model minority myth is often used to pit against other minority groups.
Asians are concerned about hate crimes, but they're very upwardly mobile, very success-oriented, very business-oriented. They're model citizens in many cases, in my view.
Racial hatred and violence have had deep roots in American history, including stereotypes about the food we eat, generalizations about several distinct countries, and outright ignorant behavior driven by misunderstandings of basic facts about Asian and Pacific Island cultures.
Inclusion of AAPI-focused content in school curriculums is necessary to dispel this oblivion.
Simply adding more units in the social studies classes pertaining to the AAPI community would help students grasp and understand AAPI community a lot more.
AAPI content.
AAPI content.
AAPI content.
AAPI content.
AAPI content needs to be implemented in school curriculums.